Hey, party people, part two of how to generate leads, how to generate health insurance leads using Facebook ads. And this is where we're going to talk about how to create the form, how to set everything up, and then ultimately launch the campaign. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first part we want to cover is going to be the actual creation of the form. Now, once you create it, you want to name it, of course, so we can stay organized, keep everything mapped over correctly. So you want to name it health insurance lead form, and then you want to set the form type to more volume. We want as many leads as possible coming in so you can really fill up that pipeline. And then bonus, click settings inside of the form, set the sharing options to open so that people can share your ad. And that's really going to be helpful because you can get some free exposure, free traction with that small little bonus tip there. Now, step two is going to be creating your intro. The intro gives you a chance to dive a little bit deeper on what they'll be getting access to and also be able to drive the point home as far as how you can actually help them. And here's a quick example. Find out how to get better coverage without spending more. Then you can create a description. One of two things will happen. You'll either discover that you already have the best plan or will help you find a better coverage that's affordable price. Like I said, this just gives us a chance to kind of elaborate more about how you can help the client, and it will definitely help your case with getting more leads in. Now, step three is going to be adding in your custom questions. Now, these custom questions are going to really help qualify the lead and get some additional information besides the pre-filled questions we always plug into the form. I always recommend adding in two, three max. Because anything after that, you're going to really hurt your cost per lead. But these are some really good ones you can plug in. Do you currently have health coverage? How many children and dependents will need coverage? That'll be some good questions you can plug in. There's a couple others out there too, but those are some really good ones we can start off with. And then next, you want to create your description. Now, description is just something that Facebook wants you to add in. It's explaining why they need to submit the information. Keep it really simple. Verification reminder, ensure correct information to maintain eligibility for benefits. Keep it really, really simple. Step 3B is going to be the pre-fill questions. As I stated here, no more than 7 questions added just to keep your cost per lead at a good cost point. And then these are the questions that you'll plug in. Name, email, phone, date of birth, state, zip code. That's all you need. And then you'll be in a good spot. Then if you factor in these on top of the other two, we're right on par with what we're aiming for as far as for the amount of questions we want. So that's going to be step 3B. Step 4 is going to be the privacy policy. Privacy policy just simply states that you're not going to sell any information that you're collecting. It's something that Facebook wants you to do with using their forms. Keep it really simple. You can go to ChatGPT and have it create a privacy policy in literally seconds. Copy and paste it to a Google Doc, and then paste that Google Doc link inside the privacy policy section inside the lead form. Really easy. Here's a perfect example of what one looks like. I've been using this same privacy policy for like 5 years. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be complicated. It's really, really simple. Saying that you're not going to sell the data that you get, so that you can kind of abide by the privacy policy that they have. All right, moving on. Step 5A is going to be the message for the leads. Excuse me. This is going to be the final touch point after they submitted the information. So we want them to book an appointment or call the business. I recommend book an appointment because it's always going to work out better. But this is what it will look like as far for the message. So fantastic, you're almost done. That's going to be the headline. Then the description is going to be, thank you for submitting information. Your licensed health agent will reach out. Her name, his name is, and then you plug in your name right there. Easy peasy. And this is so they know who they're going to be speaking to. And then, like I said, so everything's congruent. Now, the last part, which is going to be 5B, this is where we're going to get them to perform the final action. So where it says additional actions, you always want to set it to view website to schedule a call, download files, call business. Those really haven't worked the best in my experience. Getting people onto the calendar has always worked better. So you're going to pick the first one, and we're going to go through some live examples, so don't worry. I'll show you what this looks like. Then the last part is, depending on the action that you select, will determine what your call to action text will be. Access benefits here, speak with name. Those are two of the top recommended that I would use. Like I said, just keep it really simple. And this is going to be the button that they're going to see to click to go to your calendar. So that's what this is going to be for. So this is what it will look like as far as setting up the form from A to Z. Now let's go through some live examples. Let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to pick up where we left off from part one, and we're just going to pretty much build on top of that. So if you look over here, this is the exact ad that we built in part one. Now we're going to go down to the bottom, and we're going to create the form. All right, so we're going to create form. All right, give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. All right, perfect. So we create the form. Now let's create that. Now, first thing we're going to do, as I mentioned in the slides, we want to name it. Boom, there we go. All right, once we name it, we're going to set the form type, set it to more volume, as I mentioned before. And once we do that, we're going to click next. Now, where it says background, greeting, we always want these on. Turn that on, turn that on. Now, this is the description I mentioned earlier, so we can elaborate more about how we're going to be able to help them out. So let's go back to the slides, and we'll grab that info in real time. Let's get it. All right, paste. All right, if you look to the right, you'll see what it looks like. All right, boom. All right, sweet. So I'm gonna click next. Now this is gonna be, these are gonna be the questions. All right, so first we wanna add in our custom questions. So we go back to the slides. You currently have coverage, multiple choice. And a quick side note, when it comes to doing the custom questions, multiple choice, short answer are usually the only two that we use 95% of the time. Never really use any of these. Never heard a slider before. Might be something worth looking into. But these two are the ones that we use most often. Just a quick side note. All right. You currently have coverage. Let's take that out of there. Boom. All right. All right. So got the first question in. Let's plug in the next question. Next question is, how many children dependents will need coverage? Boom. Short answer. Boom. All right. All right, cool. So we got our two custom questions in there, and that's so we can get a little bit more information from the prospect. Now we're going to plug in the description. Let's go back to the slides. We'll grab the description. Paste the description right there. All right, and you can see how it looks over here to the right. Perfect. Now it's going to plug in the pre-fill questions. So here it says first name, last name. I'll just get rid of that. We just want full name. All right, go to user, full name. I always put full name at the top, with email next, put phone number next. All right, let's go into the slides. What else we need? Email, phone, name, email, phone, date of birth, state, zip code. All right, let's see. State. And if you look here, this is where I'm grabbing information from. Where it says add category, state. Let's see, zip code, date of birth. Demographic, date of birth. Boom. All right, cool. So full name, email, phone, state, zip code, date of birth. We're cooking. We're cooking. All right, so we'll go to the next part. Now, privacy policy. Privacy policy link is already here because I use it so often. All right, so we don't have to worry about getting that. But this is where you're plugging that privacy policy link that I mentioned earlier. So with ChatGPT, rate it, put into Google Doc, paste the link here, good to go. And then type in privacy policy right here. You can just copy and paste it like I just did, and then we're good to go. And you can see what it looks like over here to the right. And click next. This is the last part, message for the leads. Now, this is where we want to actually get them to tee up to hop on a call. So we'll go back to the slides. All right, let's see. Let's grab the info real quick. All right, fantastic. You're almost done. We'll plug that in right here. Go back to the slides. We'll grab the description. Click paste. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get this fixed. So you want to get rid of the brackets, of course. All right. Get rid of that. All right, perfect. All right, now additional actions. This is what I was mentioning earlier about getting the prospect to actually book with you. So go to the website. That's the one that we use 99.9% of the time. View files, call business, redeem promo code, never use that. Now here is where you're going to put your booking link. So if you use Calendly, you use Schedule One, using High Level, any of these booking softwares, plug in your booking link here so that when they go and click the link, they'll go directly to that booking site. So let's go back to the slides. We'll grab the message here, post that here. Like I said, you can change this however you want. Access benefits works really well. Like I said, plug in the link to your calendar here, and then once you do that, oh, forgot the little side note earlier. So once you do that, let's go to the ending. We'll click settings, where it says sharing options. That bonus tip I mentioned earlier. Click that to open. Set that to done. Now if we look over here to the right, we can see what everything looks like on every page. Yep, everything looks good to me. All right, let's press create form. All right, you see where it is here at the top, test health insurance form. Then we scroll down over here to the right. Again, you can see what everything looks like in real time. So this is what the clients will see when they're going through your ad, which looks really good. All right, so it's come full circle here. I love it. I love it. So we got the ad, looks really good, calling out people that we're targeting, which are self-employed. Then you have a form that asks the correct information that we need to help the client once we get a hold of them. So we are rock solid. So once this is done, the ad copy is done, the ad creative is done, the headline is done, the form is done, you'll just simply go up here to the top and where it says BFA test campaign, and then you'll click, oh, I'm sorry, you'll go down here to the bottom, and then you're going to press this green button at the bottom that says publish. Now, this account isn't active, so that's why I can't publish this one, but you'll just click this green button here, and you'll be able to publish the ad right there on the spot. And this is everything that you need to run a successful campaign for health insurance. So let's go back to the slides. Now, this was an awesome one. So if you combined both trainings, follow them step by step, you have everything that you need to create a successful campaign in this market, and you can really start generating some solid traction, before the end of the year. So that's kind of all I got for this week's training. If anybody's going through part one, part two, and they have any questions, they get stuck, they need help implementing, this is exactly what we do. So if you want to get some more hands-on help and you're like, hey, Chris, I don't want to do this, you do it, we do have options for that. So if you want, feel free to give me a buzz. You can post in the Facebook group, the Bird Creation Facebook group, or you can just shoot me a DM directly, whatever you prefer. We'll hop on a quick chat. We'll see what we can do to help. And when it comes to setting this up, we can have this done in literally 48 hours. Doesn't take any time at all to get going. But yeah, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their week. Look out for the training that we do next week. We got a lot of fun stuff down the pipeline. I hope everybody has an awesome one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.